Hello and welcome here inside of Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. It is middle school girls basketball on Two Basins Sports Network. It's the regular season finale, and it's also 8th grade night here tonight here in Thermopolis. As always, we like to wish our class of 2030, I believe, as they play their last home game in this gym. Well, I shouldn't really say that. If they end up playing JV, they'll probably be back here next winter, but we're going to be ending off our season here tonight as the Thermopolis Bobcats rematch against the Worland Braves, the only non-conference opponent that the Bobcats play twice a year. And this is one, you have senior night in high school and college, right? And then you got sophomore night in JUCO basketball, right? This is the only one of those nights that I can actually stomach. Senior night and sophomore night is always very bittersweet for me. But 8th grade night is a little bit different because, while it's going to be their last home game in this specific building, they are still going to be in the Bobcat system, assuming they don't move away. That is. So you still you kind of get that. I don't really get that same bittersweetness that I do when it's high school senior night. So I do, even though 8th grade night still has its own little thing to it, I much prefer it over senior night. That's to be sure. Thermopolis Bobcats and the Worland Braves. Braves will be wearing their away blacks today with the white numbering and the white stripe. They'll be moving right to left across your device. Bobcats will be wearing their home whites with the purple and gold gradient stripe on the side. They'll be moving left to right across your device. I think they're redoing the tip-off here. Mabry Schwann will be in the middle, tip it off as always for the Bobcats. Warriors will win the tip-off. Taking this one back up to the right side. Remember how this ended in Worland back in October. Bobcats got blown the heck out in Worland at Keith Studhite Gymnasium. And we got a big drive down there as Sylvana DeVries trying to get that one away from the Warriors. And I think the Braves must say, I keep making that mistake. It's really weird because the Worland youth teams, I believe, are called the Scouts. The middle school is called the Braves, and then the high school is the Warriors. I always call them the Warriors for some reason, even when they're wearing green. It's very obvious that they're not the Warriors. Not yet, anyway. Lillian Estenson taking the jump shot from the elbow. That one's up and no good. Still a clean slate here in this game, but coming down the left side, gets the bounce pass. And being hounded, kicks it back out under to the corner. Now driving inside the paint. Shot on its way up, no good. Gets her own rebound. Kicks this one up behind the free throw line. This one's up and way, way short of the basket. Now remember how the Bobcats started in that game in Worland. Shot is up on its way for DeVries and overshot. Bobcats had a hot start defensively, but they kind of waned away as the game progressed. Hopefully that's not the same case here today. So far, Bobcats doing pretty good first minute or so of this game. But remember, Worland put up about almost 60 on this team back in October. Now, this is still an improved team compared to that October matchup. And a big pass down court. Shot on its way up and in, and we knew that was going to happen eventually. The Bobcats, Harper Hart, and she was a terror for the Bobcats in that game in Worland back in October. Shot is on its way for Mabry Schwann, up and no good. And I believe we gave Hart the player of the game when we were in Worland for that game. Down the left side, closes up the gap underneath, kicks it back out mid-range and now to the left side. Pump fakes, moves to her right side. This is Harper Hart with it. Now she'll pass right side. Dipping it inside, shot on its way up and super contested down there. And spits it back out, leaves her wide open. This one's up and no good for Annalie Tapia. Shot is on its way, up and rims out. Tries another one. That one's up, no good. And another fantastic rebound. Harper Hart to right side. That one's up, no good. Worland could have a fourth opportunity. And I think the possession arrow might play in their favor here, and it will. 3:43 to go in the opening quarter of this game. Keep in mind, there's only one game today. Thermopolis just does not have the numbers for a B team this year for the 8th grade team. And you can see it there clear as day on the bench, too. Annabelle Wire and Sydney Eplin, the only subs there on the bench. So that is a 7-man roster. Of course, it couldn't be any worse than Lander's situation with their 8th graders. Harper Hart taking the shot here. This one's up and it's no good. Like we said, we gave Hart the player of the game when we were in Worland back in October, and this is exactly why. She drew the foul. She's been kind of putting up the most shots so far these first couple of minutes. And she's also got exclusivity over the scoreboard as she has scored the first 3 points of this game, a field goal and a free throw. As Vargas tries to pass it into the left side. I think she was intending it for Estenson, and it's going to be a foot race down the floor. Ball is loose and a foul. 3:29 still to play here in the first. And they did charge the foul to Thermopolis. Should be their second team foul. We're waiting to see. It is Vargas with her first personal. Shot on its way immediately up and in for Harper Hart. I think the Bobcats are going to have a tough time containing her today. Up to the far side, moving to her right, it's Peyton Vargas. Now to Sylvana DeVries, around the perimeter now to Crayley Williams. Williams trying to step out, and she's getting harassed. Kicks it back up to Sylvana DeVries. Swings the ball, gives it into Lillian Estenson. And we got a whistle down underneath the basket. And I think they actually called a foul there on that play. 3:03 still to play. Bobcats will maintain possession. They'll kick this one into Crayley Williams, out of bounds. It looks like it's going to go back to the Braves. And passing it in will be Sophia Beamer. Beamer trying to get her Braves here past the press, and they will. And they are left way too wide open down the floor. That one's up and no good. Rebounded by the 23 of Harper Hart. She'll sling it right side. Shot on its way. It's up and it's no good by Beamer. Rebounded here by Peyton Vargas. He'll be coming back down the other way. Vargas trying to get by Beamer. Right side. Lets it go. That one's up no good. It's going to be a fight for the ball. And now here comes the 23 of Hart on the breakaway. Down the left. Shots on its way up. No good. Rebounded by the 13 of Annalise Black. And we expected Worland to play like this. They're going to come out. They're going to exploit the weaknesses in the Bobcat defense. We saw this in Worland. Bobcats were, for some reason, unable to defend underneath the basket. They left that basket wide open most of the time during that October game. Moving to the right side, Sylvana DeVries bounce pass to Mabry Schwann. It'll be another tie-up. 2:18 still to go here. And by the way, this is the last game for the Bobcats before they ship up to Cali for the conference tournament. Of course, we wish Worland good luck in their postseason, wherever that's going to be. They're not in our conference. I think they're with, like, Buffalo and stuff. Down the right side. Picks up the dribble, and trying to rip it away is Crayley Williams, being aggressive as ever down underneath the rim. And then not only is it 8th grade night, it is rivalry night. And we're going to see a timeout here. We'll be right back in just a moment. You're watching 8th grade girls basketball on Two Basins Sports Network. Welcome you back here inside of Thermopolis, home of the Bobcats, here at Thermopolis Middle School. Savannah DeVries getting the jump start here for the Bobcats. Takes one dribble. She'll look to get rid of it. Mabry Schwann there to pick up the pace a little bit. Now, jump shot from the elbow up, no good. Schwann on the offensive board, up and in, cha-ching! Mabry Schwann in for the first basket of the game for the Bobcats. And Worland playing those long passes, getting the Bobcats off guard. Really loving the way the Braves are playing the offense here. Going down to the near side, shot is contested, up no good. But that has been a big flaw for Worland in this game too. Only one person has been hitting their baskets tonight, and even then it's kind of been hit or miss, no pun intended. 1:25 to go here. But Worland's defense has been immaculate. They've been really picking up where the defense has been lacking here today. Estenson with the pass. Now that being said, the Bobcats have also shot themselves in the foot pretty often here so far in this opening quarter. They have a lot of things they need to clean up, but what a catch! Schwann for the three, it's up no good. Man, that would have been the play of the game right there had she made that. Passing up behind her to the right side, shot up for three. This one's up and no good. That is the second three ball to go out of the rim tonight for the Braves. Right side, up and in, number 14, Carly George. Only the second person to score tonight for Worland. Here comes Annabelle Wire with it, loses control of the ball, and it'll be a tie-up down there underneath the basket, down toward the block. Got one checking in for the Bobcats. It'll be Sydney Eplin. Let me double check to make sure I'm correct. Yep, it is. Worland will toss this one in. Now here comes the 23. Brings it up down the middle of the floor, slowly up onto the nose of the Bobcat. 38 seconds to go. Shot clock disabled, down to the right side. Shot on its way, heavily contested. Offensive rebound by the Braves. That one's up, no good. And Bobcats are defending far better than what they did in Worland back in October, but they need to really try to box out, get those rebounds. Worland is out rebounding them, and it's not even close. Annabelle Wire will toss this one in. Worland playing a four-man press. Up to the far side, and she'll break the press relatively easily. She made that one look like child's play, and now the shot is up for Wire. That one up no good. Actually, that might not have been Wire at all. No, it was. Eplin on the steal, down on the near side. Bobcats, this is a much better team than what we saw at Keith Studheit Gymnasium. Maybe it's just home court advantage, but 7-2 is your score. Worland still on top, trying to sweep the Bobcats here in 2025. We'll be back in just a moment. You are watching middle school girls basketball, rivalry night and 8th grade night here on Two Basins Sports Network. The future of the Bobcats on the voice of the Bobcats. We'll be back in just a moment. Like talking back here inside of Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium, home of the Bobcats. Like to remind you today's game brought to you by Hot Springs Pharmacy, service you deserve from the neighbors you trust, and Kirby Consulting, your elite oil field professionals serving the Rockies and Western Plains since 2014. Tossing this one back in, Worland will get it started again. Oh, they haven't even started the clock yet. And we got a foul underneath the floor there. 5:58 still to go. They started their clock way late here. But we got free throws coming up for the Braves. And a foul immediately for the Bobcats. So they're going to charge it to Craley Williams for her first personal. Shot on its way. It's up and it's in. Trying to see who's at the line here. It might be Hart. Second shot on its way, and swish. It is Harper Hart. And Bobcats need to find a way to put a stop to her. She's just been running wherever she's wanted to all day. And now here comes Eplin with it. She'll try to dribble left side. Screen set by Mabry Schwann. This will put him in behind the volleyball line. Moving to her right, this is Krayley Williams. Williams picks up the dribble. Now here comes Mabry Schwann. Holds on to it. Now up to Annabelle Wire. Kicks it back out to DeVries. Now right side. This one's tipped and it's stolen away. Back down the right. And heavy pressure being applied. A double team up there between Schwann and DeVries. Good job closing that gap. And now here comes Williams. Now to Eplin. She'll try the shot from mid, and it's on the basket support, and that is going to go back to the Braves. Worland will have the possession here. They'll toss this one in to the far side. Thermopolis still trying to go with that three-man press, and Worland getting by it relatively easily there. Both teams have not been able to press very well today. Shot on its way. It's up, and it's no good. Rebounded in the corner pocket. Now kicks it out wide open, but that was closed up immediately by Vargas. Now to the far side. Tries to run down the right. It's up and a foul. 4:59 still to play here in the second quarter. So looks like they're going to keep this one on the baseline. It was a foul on the floor. Tosses it in. Open shot on the right. That one's up, no good. Volleyballed out of bounds, and I think this one, it will go back to the Bobcats. 4:54. I thought for sure that was going to go back to Worland there for a sec, but after just kind of thinking about it for a minute, Worland is pressing. Only one man in the backcourt here for the Braves. Now here comes Wire. In a bit of a pickle there. This one's taken back away by the Braves. And Vargas trying to tip it away. It'll go out of bounds up toward the Bobcat bench. And up toward what I assume are the pickleball nets there for PE. But we got a timeout coming up here. Just a moment trying to see who it's for. It is a Brave timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching middle school girls basketball. It's eighth grade night. It's eighth grade night here on Two Basins Sports Network. I'd like to welcome you back here inside of Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium. It's eighth grade night here on Two Basins Sports Network, the future of the Bobcats on the voice of the Bobcats. Bobcats' last game before they head up to Cali on Saturday for the conference tournament. We'll obviously be there for that tournament. And I kind of decided that I think how our broadcasts are going to go, we're obviously going to broadcast every game the Bobcats participate in. We're going to leave Matizzi and Shoshone alone for the day. I think that'll just be too much to handle. But we are going to broadcast I'm thinking about broadcasting the championship game, so we might stick around in Cali for that championship game regardless of whether or not the Bobcats make it. I'm still thinking about whether or not I want to do the third place game as well. If that's something you'd like to possibly see, then we'll certainly look into doing that. But for sure, we'll be there for the Bobcats every game they play, and then obviously for the championship game regardless of who plays. That one's up on a foul from the free throw line. 4:26 still to play. And we got a couple checking into the Hardwood Hotel here for Worland here in just a moment. Shot is on its way. It's up and it rims out. This is the 13 of Annalise Black taking the shots. Checking in 12 and 20. This is going to be Analea Tapia and Ashlyn Torres. And that seems to be about it for the subs there for Worland. Shot on its way. It's up and it's no good. Bobcats will end up with the defensive rebound. Great work there by Sylvana DeVries. And this one's stripped away. Vargas unable to. Oh, it's stolen right back away. Schwann down the left. Shots up. Can't get it to go. And it'll go out of bounds. And it might have been touched there by the Braves. And it looks like it'll stay here with the purple and gold. What a play down there. Despite the steal, Schwann was like, and she took it right on back. Big scoring opportunity. Just too bad they couldn't finish there. They will have another chance here from the inbound. And across the line, Wire unfortunately bottles the inbound there. This is going to go back to the Braves. Annalise Black will inbound, and the Bobcats look like they're going to go with a full court press here. Bobcats have been able to sustain the Warriors every now and again on those presses, at least delay them. They haven't been able to prevent them from crossing the timeline tonight, but down the far side, here they go, guarded by Schwann. Takes the contested shot, up and in. Harper Hart, and a great finish at the rim. Moving to her right side, passes right. This is DeVries with the jump shot from mid. That one's up, no good. And out of bounds it goes, as Annalise Black tries to go for the rebound there for the Lady Braves, I guess. 11-2, and we got another timeout. So with 3:47 to go, trying to see whose timeout it is. It is another Lady Brave timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. So welcome you back here inside of Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium here in Thermopolis. 8th grade girls basketball on Two Basins Sports Network, brought to you by Hot Springs Pharmacy and Kirby Consulting. Proud partners of middle school girls basketball on TBSN. Sylvana DeVries will check this one in here for Thermopolis. Gives it up underneath to Mabry Schwann. Shots up and it rims out. And Schwann seems to be the only one that's been creating opportunities underneath the floor, underneath the cup there. That's going to go out of bounds with 3:38 to go. So Worland will keep this one with them here. They'll toss this one in for the left side. Passes it around the perimeter. Pump fakes, driving inside. That one's up and no good. Gets the rebound. And ripped away. Great work there. And spits it out to, I want to say that's Peyton Vargas, and it is, but they'll get the traveling violation. And now here comes Annalise Black. And now checking in is the 14 of Carly George. Also checking in for Thermopolis is Lillian Essenson, and another late sub appears to be Sophia Beamer. Beamer will come in and inbound for the Lady Braves, and now gets it to a relatively open man there in the middle of the floor. That one's up, no good. Rebounded by Lillian Estenson, and they'll try to rip this away, and a jump ball on the far side. Mabry Schwann will inbound for the Bobcats. Gives it up to the near side, up to Peyton Vargas, now up to Schwann off the pass by Estenson. Now here comes DeVries. DeVries back up to Schwann, right side now to Williams. Tries to swing, now goes left side. One dribble now to Schwann, now to DeVries. I think that might have ricocheted off Schwann. Bounce pass onto the free throw line. Tries to find a back door. They need to help her out a little bit here, but she'll take the shot anyway. I don't know if I would have taken that one, but Worland will get the ball back. Tries to lob it up and out of bounds. So Mabry Schwann will have the inbound, 2:43 to go. Takes it into Lillian Estenson, and now she'll toss up to Sylvana DeVries. DeVries in a lot of trouble here. It'll be a jump ball, or hold on, no. It will not. I think they're going to call a foul, actually, on the Braves. There were 2 Braves in there trying to rip it away. So fantastic job down there trying to contain the Bobcats. Unfortunately, just made some contact there in the process. Bobcats will get up past the timeline untouched. Now here comes Mabry Schwann with it, trying to give it now backdoor here to Savannah DeVries, pushes it forward to Estenson, takes the shot from mid off the side of the basket, and rebounded by Sophia Beamer. They'll push this one up the floor. They'll try to toss this one back as they are going to get the whistle here. 2:18 still to play here in the half. Sophia Beamer on the baseline for the Braves. Tosses it in, takes the quick shot. That one's up and gets it to go. Harper Hart, the uncontested MVP so far. Gives it up to DeVries, now left side to Schwann. Schwann backdoor now to Williams. Now here comes the shot by Estenson, and again, just poor shot selection here by the Bobcats. But then again, they're not getting any motion there on the offensive end of the floor. Backdoor here to Williams, and now to DeVries. Left side now to Vargas. She'll try. This one's up and almost got it to go. That was a good shot. That was a good shot selection. Unfortunately, just didn't have it there. That one's up and no good from the left side. Rebounded by Crayley Williams. 1:35 still to play. I just realized we did not start our clock. Shot on its way. It's up and it's no good for DeVries. Palms it back over to Estenson. And that's going to be over the line there. That's going to go back to the Braves. 1:25 still to play here in the second. I think we had a sub there for, I think I might have missed it actually. Feeds it into Harper Hart. Now back up to the 11 of Sophia Beamer. Beamer slowly up past the timeline. Now to the left side. It goes through the middle of the floor. Shot on its way. It's up no good. Tries to grab the rebound, and they call the foul. And it looks like we've got free throws coming up for the Warriors. And also, not to mention, I do believe they're going to be into the bonus now as the Bobcats have committed their 5th foul. Shot on its way. It's up and rims out. Eplin and Wire into the game now. Williams and DeVries are checking out. Goes on the shot. That one's up and in. Again, Harper Hart continuing to be the queen of the court here. 14-2. And like I said, the Bobcats feel like, it would probably be tied or 4-2 if it weren't for Hart. Estenson's shot is on its way. It's up and it's no good. Rebounded by the 12 of Analea Tapia. And we are now into the 60-second range. We're at the point where now milliseconds are being shown on the board. Shot on its way. It's up and it's no good. Rebounded there by, the paint. 39 seconds to go, but good job there by Wire to try to get the rebound. Tosses it into the paint, and now down the right side. Shot on its way up and in for Harper Hart. And again, just not much different from the game in October. Hart just continuing to dominate on the floor, just having no luck stopping her today. Down the right side, picks up the dribble, now feeds it back up to Eplin on the nose of the Bobcat. Now right side here to Peyton Vargas. Vargas takes the shot from mid. That one's up and overshot. A very good look, but just couldn't quite get it where she wanted it. And they'll go out of bounds with 14.5 to go as Mabry Schwann tried to get the offensive board. And again, they did not start the clock. Out of bounds near side. Our clock is definitely off here. They did not start the clock for like 3 seconds there. Remember the clock that you see on our ticker here on your screen is not official. 12.2 seconds to go here. I wish we had like a thing where we could just connect our graphics to like the scoreboard here in the gym. That'd be awesome. We don't exactly have an ESPN van outside, but here they go. They're not going to get a shot off in time, and that is going to conclude the first half of action here in Thermopolis. We'll be back in just a moment. You are watching middle school girls basketball on Two Basins Sports Network, the future of the Bobcats on the voice of the Bobcats. 16-2, Braves lead. We'll be back in 8 minutes. Like talking you back here inside of Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium in Thermopolis, Wyoming, here on the campus of Thermopolis Middle School. As we prepare for the start of the second half of this game, I'd like to remind you that today's game is brought to you by Hot Springs Pharmacy, the service you deserve from the neighbors you trust. Also brought to you by Kirby Consulting, your elite oil field professionals serving the Rockies and Western Plains since 2014. Both Hot Springs Pharmacy and Kirby Consulting are a proud partner of Two Basins Sports Network. Speaking of sponsorships, sponsorships are open for the 2025-2026 winter sports season. We will be following Thermopolis around for both middle school and high school. We will be attending all but I believe like 2 games for the middle school. As we'll be up in the we'll be down in Green River this coming, actually in about, I think either next week or the week after. Down the right side, shot on its way. It's up and it's no good. Rebounded by the 15 of Vargas. Bobcats had a pretty bad first half. Let's not mince words here. Shot is up on the right side, up and no good. Lillian Essenson in the middle of the floor. They're going to try to rip it away. Jump ball is called in the middle of the floor. That being said, this is still an improvement over what we saw last time these two teams played at Keith Studhite Gymnasium in Worland. But still, I mean, they've been putting lipstick on a pig here. That first half was just not great. The Bobcats need to really get back into this game, especially defensively. I feel like offensively they've had struggles all season, but defensively, kind of the same issues we saw in the away game, right? They are just having a little bit more problems defending underneath the basket. Shot on its way, it's up and it's no good. Rebounded by Mabry Schwann. Now, that being said, Worland has not been doing a great job on offense either. Their shooting has been kind of terrible today, and it seems like only one person on the floor has been able to consistently get points. And, of course, that is the 23 of Harper Hart. Everyone else has been kind of hit or miss, not really doing a great job finishing at the rim, and a lot of them are chucking up threes that are just not wanting to go in. Up past the timeline, moving to her right side, gets up into the middle. Shot is on its way. It's up, and it rattles in. Couldn't see. We got to believe it was Sophia Beamer on the shot there, but beautiful job there by the Braves to get the basket there, 18-2. Pass it to the right side. DeVries trying to get out of it. Now here comes Crayley Williams driving to the right side and flips it back over to Sylvana DeVries. Yeah, Sylvana DeVries, and now feeds it in back to Williams. Back up to the right wing. Bobcats passing pretty efficient, well, as soon as I say that. But they've been limiting themselves in turnovers today. I'm actually kind of impressed with that, especially compared to that Worland game where, Worland was able to really, as soon as I say that. I think it will stay here with the Bobcats, though. I guess, for years I didn't believe in the commentator's curse, but now I think that's just kind of solid proof right there. But, Bobcats got very lucky off that, but they've been playing a lot cleaner on offense compared to the previous couple of games that they've had, and that's a positive at the very least. That is definitely something to take into the game and into the tournament this weekend, but DeVries now back up to Williams, moving to her right side behind the volleyball line. Still moving to her right. She'll pass right up to DeVries, and Mabry Schwann was the victim of the floor monster. Annabelle Wire tries to put up a shot, a very, very good shot there, just couldn't get it to go. And to be fair, the Bobcats, they've had a couple of moments today, but they haven't had a lot of wasted shots. They've been taking some good looks today, but unfortunately just the same woes that have fallen them all season. They get good looks, but unfortunately those looks don't really go anywhere when you're kind of aiming at the left side of the box instead of the middle. Taking the shot up is Williams, and a little overshot. That's our thing, too. Sometimes when they do get a shot on target, it's a little too powerful. Big pass down the left side. We got a foul, and it looks like the 23 might have gotten the court monster there with a little bit of an assistance from one of the ladies in white. I can't see who the... Yeah, so they're going to get the foul, actually, to Peyton Vargas for her second personal. They'll toss this in on the right side. Shot on its way, and it banks in. And now Worland, a 20-2 lead. Remember, the Braves put up over 50 on the Bobcats this past fall. Bounce pass up behind the line. Now Vargas to Williams, moving to her right side. DeVries, and now up to Vargas. She'll take the shot from mid, and I think that might have been, I don't think it was blocked, but it was certainly contested. Already halfway through the third here in this game. This is the only game of the day, by the way, and they might want to count their lucky stars because, well, I'm more so for Worland and the bus driver because they're saying it's supposed to snow here in a couple of minutes. So Worland's probably glad that there's only one game here. Honestly, I would never be a bus driver as much as I love. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't like driving across the state, but you could not pay me to haul a multi-ton vehicle with kids inside. You know, I can't be trusted with with those kinds of stakes, because if I go off the guardrail at the Wind River Canyon, it's gonna be the Marshall football team all over again. Out of bounds on the left side, it's gonna be back to the Braves. I'm trying to see where the clock's at. They're saying 2:24 there. Remember, our clock on the live stream here is unofficial. It will be off by seconds. But we obviously try to keep it as up to date as we can, but it's not perfect. Jump ball called on the far side. Wire was the last one to touch it for the Bobcats. Worland will have the possession. Sophia Beamer will inbound it from the far side. They'll toss it in up through the middle. Takes the shot from three. This one's up and it's no good. Goes for the rebound, and the two 11s clashing down there. Crayley Williams and Sophia Beamer. Very good job by Crayley. Her and Mabry, I believe, have been the biggest. Actually, and Sylvana DeVries. I will give her some credit as well. Those three have been the bright spots in this team so far today. Schwann still holds exclusivity on the home panel on the scoreboard with that field goal earlier in that first quarter. And that one goes through the hands of Estenson, and a good pass there by DeVries, just unfortunately just did not have her hands out there to receive it. Shot on its way for three. It's up and it's no good. Sylvana DeVries on the rebound. DeVries passes it left side, and now here comes Sydney Eplin. Eplin back up to Williams. And I feel like DeVries should probably just take the shots into her own hands here. We know that she's not afraid to take some of those shots, but we just haven't seen a lot from her today. 1:32 to go here in the third quarter. That's probably another thing, too. The Bobcats have been scared to take a lot of shots this season, and it's kind of cost them a little bit. They've been cautious to a fault. Shot is up. That one rims out. That could have been a great basket there for Beamer. And she'll have another opportunity, and cha-ching. Sophia Beamer to make it a 20-point game. Eplin now to DeVries. DeVries kicks it back up to Eplin. Now she'll move right side to Williams. Williams now skips it over to Sydney Eplin. Now up to Sylvana DeVries. Lines up the shot for the three, and that one's going to be up and rebounded by George Carter. No, it will not. Well, to be fair, George Carley was there trying to get the rebound, but the purple line kind of helped her out a little bit there. Still, very good hustle today by the Braves. And I feel like that's what got them to beat the Bobcats back in October. They had a lot of great hustle getting to the other end of the floor. They killed the Bobcats in transition, both in that game in October and so far here today. We know that they're just coming in, just sneaking down underneath the basket. Dribbles 3 times there. She'll spin it back out to the right wing, and a loose ball. Good pressure by the Bobcats, but this one's going to be closed up. Takes the jump stop, takes the three. That one's up no good. And a rare miss by Harper Hart, who has been almost automatic today. Kind of like a 99 overall created player in NBA 2K. Moving to the right side. Here comes Williams. Now left side to Eplin. Now up to Sylvana DeVries. DeVries takes the pass back up to Williams. She'll drive right side. Takes the contested jumper, and DeVries tried to go for the rebound. And it's over the line. And a very, very good attempt there by DeVries. She was right there in the right spot, just unfortunately just thinks she just needs to start taking ballet classes for that kind of thing there. That was an amazing rebound attempt there. And to be fair, Sylvana's had a lot of moments like that today where she has been the one coming up and making those types of plays. I think that she is probably the main reason here that the score is not nearly as bad as it probably could be. Shot is up from 3. That one's up no good. Mabry Schwann, 3 seconds to go. And DeVries tries to lob it up for a last-second shot, and that is going to conclude the third quarter. The Worland Braves coming in here on eighth grade night here on the road. A single game. There is no B game today. And we'll be back in just a moment. 6 more minutes to go here in the regular season for the Thermopolis Bobcats. We'll be right back in just a moment from Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium. You are watching Lady Bobcat basketball on Two Basins Sports Network. Like talking back here inside of Thermopolis Middle School here at Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium, home of the Bobcats. Fourth quarter, the final 6 minutes of the regular season. The Bobcats will be off to Cali on Saturday to participate in the 2025 Bighorn Basin Conference Tournament. Bobcats were the conference champions in 2024, and they'll be looking to try to defend their title. And we'll obviously get that schedule for you on Facebook later tonight once we get some word from Ashley Clear. And this is going to be ripped away. Now spits it out to the far side, and Worland with some tiki-taka passing there to the near side. Takes the shot up from the right. That one's up and volleyballed. Ooh, I thought that was going to go out, but it was stolen away there once again, I think, there by the one of Wardina Ghost Bear. Now then, left side shot is on its way. It's up no good. Rebounded here by the 23, and a double dribble. And a rare mistake tonight from Harper Hart. Got the double dribble there. But I really did like that play by Ghost Bear on the other end of the floor in that last possession. She got the ball taken away, or she took the ball away, took the shot, tried to get herself some points there, but just didn't work out there. Bobcats were caught unawares on that one. But here comes Vargas on the shot. That one's up no good. Ghost Bear on the rebound. Now to the far side, up onto the left wing. Passes it to her right side. Takes the shot. That one's up and it rims out. Number 22, Nora Kaiser on the shot there. Krayley Williams moving to her right side. Passing it around the perimeter. Now here comes Sylvana DeVries on the left side to Williams. And now here comes Eplin. Eplin will dribble right. One dribble, now passes right. Now passing back left to Eplin. Now to DeVries in the corner pocket. Now to Eplin. Eplin on the B. She'll pass right side, moving to her right. Now here comes Vargas. One shoe inside the arc, and that one's up and no good. Bobcats still looking for their first point since the first quarter. Keep that in mind. When they first scored, the Warriors had already put up 7 points, or I meant to say Braves. You know what I meant there. Shot is on its way for a wide open 3. Harper Hart. Up into the corner, here comes DeVries. Down on the baseline drive. Kicks it back out here to Vargas and now to Williams. Shot on its way, up and no good. And they're trying everything they can here. Hart with it there on the Bobcat. She'll move middle of the floor. Left side now to the 20 of Torres. Now she'll give it off. Now baseline drive for the 13 of Black. Black will give the chest pass up to Hart. Hart now to the right side. It's up on a foul. I think she's going to be a dangerous player when she gets into high school next year. 3A is going to have to watch out for the orange and black. Foul was committed, by the way, by Peyton Vargas for her third foul. Shot on its way up and in for Hart. And Eplin looks like she's going to come out of the game. Also coming out of the game appears to be both Torres and Black. Hart will have her second free throw attempt here. This one's up and no good. And they're going to volley the ball this one back, and it's rebounded by the Braves through the middle of the floor. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. That one's up, that one's in. Harper Hart on another basket. And I think we're going to see a timeout here from the Cats. So we're going to take a quick breather, and we'll be right back here in just a moment. You're watching Thermopolis Middle School girls. By the way, check that. It is a Braves timeout. We'll be back in just a moment here. It is 8th grade night here from Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium. We'll be back in just a moment. Like talking back here inside of Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium on the campus of Thermopolis Middle School. 3:24 still to play here in this fourth quarter. The last game of the season for the Bobcats. They'll be off to Cali on Saturday to take on multiple opponents for that, trying to defend their Bighorn Basin title. Shots up off the front of the rim, no good. And picks up the dribble, goes to the far side. Annabelle Wire applying major pressure there and gets the skip pass over past the front of the line to Ghost Bear. Now here comes the 14 down the baseline. Tries to kick it back up. Shot on its way. It's off the left side of the rim and a foul as Nora Kaiser was there on the shot for Worland. So Kaiser will be the one taking the shots here for the Braves. Coming up in about a minute and a half, we'll have your Two Basins Sports Network player of the game. The last one of the regular season. Off the back iron, that one's no good. Kaiser will have a second opportunity there. As Sylvana DeVries and Mabry Schwann on the front line here for the Bobcats. In that second lane is George Carley and Sophia Beamer. And that one's off the side, and that is going to be Carley, I believe, on the, or sorry, did I say George Carley? I meant to say Carley George. I am so sorry. The roster that Worland gave me back in October goes last name to first name, and I think my brain's just kind of, yeah. So if I called her George, I apologize. It's Carley George that was up there. She tried to take the shot. But here comes Nora Kaiser. She'll toss it in. Passes it up into the into the middle of the floor. That one's up and in for Carley George. You know, bright side for the Bobcats, right? The defense has definitely held Worland to a lot less of a digit than what we saw in Worland. So this is definitely an improvement, but like I'm trying to be as positive as possible here, but it's just not. And like I said, I think we were kind of spoiled last year by the 2024 team. They were able to take down Worland in both games. In fact, they embarrassed the Braves last season. And it's just kind of been the exact opposite. It's like David Villa never forgot that. Never forgot those games. But, it's right. So, these two schools, obviously, they want to try to beat each other as much as possible. It is, rivalry night. Passes to the left side. That one's swatted away. Mabry Schwann on the takeaway. 2 minutes to go. Down the right. Shots up for Williams. Can't get it to go. 21 on the rebound. That's Annalyn Ross. And now stolen back away. Ripped away. Wire on the shot, and it's blocked. And it's gonna be a dogfight down there for the ball. And Wire tries to take the shot, but it's stifled. Now here comes the three by Williams. Up no good. Fantastic look for Craley Williams. Up past the timeline, now to the near side. Here comes Carly George, now gives it right side, now the rebound. This one's up no good. Rebounded by by Craley Williams. 1:30 to go. Once this dies down, we'll have your player of the game. Shot is up for Schwann, up and in from mid-range. And she is still the only Bobcat to score. But your player of the game here is Harper Hart of the Worland Braves. Honorable mentions today for the Worland Braves include, as that one's stolen away by Vargas. Your honorable mentions today for the Braves include Sophia Beamer, as well as, I'm also going to probably say Ashlyn Torres, and why not? Nora Kaiser, I think, also had an impact on this game today for the Braves. Honorable mentions today for the Bobcats include Mabry Schwann, Craley Williams, and Sylvana DeVries. Of course, congratulations to Harper Hart on our final player of the game for the regular season. Of course, we'll still be giving out some certificates in Cali. Sylvana DeVries checking back into the Hardwood Hotel. Annabelle Wire will head to the bench. We also wish good luck to our B and C teams as they participate in the Jamboree in, I believe, Burlington. So Bighorn County is going to have a lot of playoff basketball going on, although it's technically not really a playoff, but you know what I mean. Near side, this is a loose ball, keeps it alive. How did she do that? Shot clock expires, and coming back down the other end of the floor. Has her back turned, hand in her face, shots up, and it's no good. And it'll be ripped away, and they're going to whistle it, a jump ball. It's going to come back the other way here, and it's going to go back to the Bobcats. 24 seconds to go. Sylvana DeVries on the baseline. She'll inbound. She'll give it into Craley Williams. 20 seconds to play here in the regular season. The final 20 seconds of these 8th graders' middle school careers. Well, at home anyway, I should probably say. Tossing it in. Now here comes the 11 of Beamer. She'll bring it up past the timeline. 12 seconds to play. It's swatted away. Mabry Schwann. And that one's stolen back away by George. Shot on the right side. Up and in. Carly George. And that is going to be the end of it. And the Bobcats play their final game of the season at Donald T. Simpson Gymnasium. The final time will be here for the girls. And the final time will be here in 2025. Next time you see us here at DTS will be in January of 2026 for boys basketball. And it's been a heck of a season here. And, of course, it's not over yet. We'll see you in Cali on Saturday. And, of course, congratulations to the Worland Braves as they take down the rival Thermopolis Bobcats 32-4. It's always good to have Worland here in Thermop, especially with some concerning discoveries that we made on the school website. Regarding the football schedule coming up. Worland is not on it. So it was replaced by a sophomore game, or like a game against the Natrona County Softs. So you just cherish every game we have against Worland is all I got to say. But with that being said, it's been a heck of a season here. We'll see you in Cali. Of course, we wish the Braves a safe drive home, as my phone was telling me earlier that it is currently snowing. So or it was supposed to snow about now, so that'll be a fun drive home, regardless if you're in Thermop or Worland. Anyway, of course we're gonna get a graphic put out on Facebook later this evening, or whenever we can get word of the bracket. Of course, we'll talk with both Ashley Clear and Brandon Daramidi about what that conference tournament bracket is going to look like. But for now, that's going to do it for today's game. Thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, We wish good luck to the Worland Braves whatever their postseason is going to look like. And, of course, we'll see you in Cali for the conference tournament for the A team. For now, thank you so much for tuning in during this regular season, but now it's time to head into playoff mode. With that being said, for the final time in the regular season, thank you so much for tuning in. We wish you a safe drive home, and as always, please drive home safe and do not pet the buffalo. The Worland Braves take down the Thermopolis Bobcats 32-4.